Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, comrades on YouTube, to my family, and my love of my life. My love, just spoke with her a little while ago. She's tinkering. It's kind of cool because I don't really know ever what I'm going to come home to, and she just gets new things and then maybe has to put it together, or maybe just puts something from there to this and just, changes everything up. Not everything, but changes some things up. It's kind of cool, actually. Bless her heart, finding things to do with her time. And I think it's great. She's just freaking awesome, man. I love you, babe, with all my heart. She is the best and extremely supportive of my venture here. Wow. A very, very exciting and active day today. Some of it negative and some of it real positive. And since I like to end on a good note, I'll go into the negative first. First of all, a couple of negatives. First of all, sorry for the editing on that last video. I am just not good at that stuff. I got to figure this out. But then, of course, the more I figure out, as I heard from a friend of mine earlier today, the more time it's going to take me. You know what I mean? So we're always pressed for time in this business because of the governmental limitations that we have on our drive time. I think that the limitations on the time are intended to mean well, but they're just they're a hindrance, frankly. So it just would take a lot of time to be Mr. Editor, and more on that in a minute. But the editing for the last video is just pathetic. I was trying to stuff that tow truck driving away with my trailer in a completely different spot than it landed. I didn't mean for it to repeat itself, but it did. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but thanks for hanging on. Anyways, so the other negative of the day, I mentioned in my last video as well that the amber light came on the old trailer, and again, as a reefer truck driver, you just don't want to see that. You just don't. It means something's wrong. And I told you, I believe I said that Amy at the shop said that it's an exhaust pressure system sensor problem. So okay, fair enough. That now we know. Run it. Okay. Very good. And bless her heart, she is a service rider, though. No mechanic. But I've got it documented. Run it. Okay, so I ran it. Got into Salt Lake this morning. I spent the night in Nephi, not Nemfi. I tell you, I was tired last night. Nephi, Utah. Got up there this morning. Hit the road. Got to the Costco distribution center a little ahead of 6:30, so I was in really good shape. I had about 95 miles to run, so got there, and this is where the real fun begins. So I get a door pretty promptly, very promptly actually. I was the only one in line to the check-in. Got a door. Made a nice loop for a straight back. You always want to do the backing in the most easiest fashion that you can possibly design yourself. You make the design. If you have to 90 back between two trucks, it's probably the most difficult maneuver you can make. But if you can do that same maneuver as a straight back, you're in good shape. You can see both sides of the truck, etc., etc. So I worked myself into a pretty straight back, which was very nice. Gigantic place. So you had 40 acres to turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Y'all know that one? Anyway, so I backed in, and the requirement was to put your tandems all the way to the back, open the doors, set the seal in the floorboard. I cracked the seal, I opened the doors, and there was no reefer air blowing into the trailer. Hey, no air. No cold air keeping a perishable product cold. What? Oh my goodness. So I tell you what, I immediately thought they're going to reject this load. I just know it. They're going to kick it out of here because it wasn't cold enough. But they have to make that call. And the only way they can make that call is if I'm backed into the door. So away I went. I set the tandems, bumped the dock, set the brakes, and sat there. And I'm not even superstitious, but I sat there like this, going, boy, I really hope they take this load. Well, after, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes sitting in the door, I hear the forklift, boom, boom. And then off the forklift goes. And I'm thinking, okay, what just happened there? Boom, boom. And then off the forklift goes. And it just kept going back and forth. So I'm thinking, they're unloading this truck. They're unloading this thing. As soon as I opened those doors in the back of the truck, I could smell that it wasn't cold. I know that sounds really odd, but with a load of strawberries in there and no reefer running for well over 24 hours, I didn't smell that cool smell. You know what I mean? So I thought right away, as I said, they're going to refuse this load. Damn if they took it. I called Caldwell right away. I called the dispatch immediately and said, okay, I have grave concerns about this load being rejected as there is no air going into this trailer. Oh, sure. The reefer was running. Oh, yeah, it was running. Full bore. Never stopped. I have it on continuous, which I usually do. It was running just fine on the outside. I mean, obviously, it showed me that there was a problem. First of all, the amber light was on, and there's an exclamation mark inside of a triangle saying gauges. So clearly, there's a problem that I got 25 miles from the shipper in Santa Clarita from Oxnard. So anyway, I ran the load, and I took it and delivered it, and they took them. Hoo-wee-hoo-woo. So I think that sort of starts the positive part of the conversation that we're fixing to have. The other positive was in the comments of my video. You can check last. My friends Kevin and Tanja had commented in there. Tanja did, and said, "Hey, you know, we're in Salt Lake this morning. We're getting loaded over at another vendor here, a corporate American vendor in Ogden. So where are you?" You know, so I end up ringing them down, and I spoke to Tanja for a minute, and it was like, you know what? This is unbelievable that we're even this close to each other. So where are you going? And they told me exactly where they were headed. Right on my way. I had to take the bunk trailer back to my home terminal, which is where I am now. I'm at a Flying J in Caldwell. I had to take the trailer here, which, again, right along the way. So, damn if we didn't get a chance to hook it up. I could not believe that this soon into my truck driving career, a sort of rebirth of it, that I was going to run into Kevin and Tanja in a convenient location in what's now our world. Used to just be their world that I was, latching onto their coattails on, but now I'm trucking myself, So it was just kind of crazy that we were able to find each other so soon into this deal. I found that stunning. We all did, actually. And so, yeah, damn if we didn't get to hook up with Kevin and Tanja. And again, if I can figure it out, I'll put a photo right here. Maybe it'll be over here. I don't really know, okay? Not an edit expert. Just work with me on this. I'll try and put a photo in for our visit today. It was lovely. We each, ate up a little bit of our daily clocks doing it, but it was well worth it to me. I was absolutely thrilled for the opportunity to be able to see those folks. They're just so cool, man. They're just great people. I mean, they're Canadians, eh? Beauty. They're just beautiful people. They give all of themselves to anybody that is looking for it. You know what I mean? And I really leaned on those folks when I was trying to find out where I was going to go to rebirth my career in trucking. And they were, bent over backwards to help me out. It was just so cool. So it was great to be able to see those folks. And that's the positive part of my day. It was a great visit. I love those guys. They're just really cool people. I can't wait for Robin to meet them, because it's just going to be a lovely dinner time, or whatever time of day we get to do it. So I'm looking forward to being able to go someplace with them as like a double date with couples. Something. Maybe we go see a comedy show or something. I don't know. Something nifty. But so yeah, great visit. I was glad to see them. Love you guys. Thanks for the hospitality. We actually hung out in my truck. There's a kind of a cool thing. Kevin loves Peterbilts, man. He loves them. He's in a freight shaker right now. He's not the biggest fan. I gotta say, I don't think I'm spilling any beans there. But he's really a fan of the Peterbilts. He was saying that he got to drive one for a week at the end of his run in Werner. And I do remember that week, actually. A couple of videos, I think, maybe at least one. I remember at least one. It was a white Peterbilt, as I recall. And he dug it. He dug it. It was an ultra loft. This is not an ultra loft. This is just single decker. I don't have a bunk. This is normally where a bunk would be, right here above this Peterbilt emblem. But he's no bunk, which is bunk. But anyway, so anyway, he liked all the features that this one has, even though this is an 18. So he was digging it though. And he's working with Crete carriers, and they're like 80% Freightliners, and the rest of the percentage is pretty much KWs. And he would have loved to have gotten one of those, no question about it. But they're just so few and far between. They probably give them to their 10, 15, and 20 year guys, million milers or whatever. So anyway, check out their video that I think is dropping tomorrow. I'm going to put a link in the description so that y'all can get to it. We made a fun little video. I say we. Tanya's the freaking genius when it comes to this stuff. And she's so good at it. And she's an artiste anyway. I didn't really realize that she was an artist. I don't know how I missed that over the years. But anyway, she's... thinking ahead. This is noisy. The lighting's good here. So anyway, check out their video, dropping tomorrow, and maybe you'll enjoy it. Again, I'll put the link in the description. And my next load, by the way, is going to go out of Caldwell here. I'm picking up a trailer loaded already. Mañana morning. I'm not sure when. I got a message in to find out the trailer number that I don't know yet. Once I do know that, I'll go on duty and head on over, pick up my trailer, and I'm going to Little Rock, Arkansas. Never been to Arkansas before. I've got a very, 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 very dear friend of ours that had an extremely tragic accident and got very badly burned. Just a horrific situation. And I really hope that I'm going to be able to slide by the hospital that she is still in. This has been a couple of months now. And she's having lots of skin grafts, and it's just a horrible situation. We love you, Mindy. We need to keep Mindy in our thoughts because she is going through hell right now. And we just love her. Robin and I, we got to meet her several years ago, fell in love with this woman. She is an independent, kick-ass woman, man. I'm telling you right now, she'll kick your ass, is what I'm saying. She will. She's from Arkansas, and she knows how to get her done, okay? Anyway, she's in the hospital in the Little Rock area, and actually the Conway area. And I'm going to see if I can get there to see her for, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Hopefully that'll happen. But anyway, so I'm going down to Little Rock, and then I'm deadheading down to Rison, which is not far away from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm picking up a load there. I'm not sure what it is. Might be eggs. Not sure. Talked to my buddy Guy. You know, the what does he call himself? Chick magnet. Whatever. Talked to my buddy Guy. He said it's I'm going to a place, it's a packing place, England packing, food packing or something like that, and that they pack boiler chicken eggs, hatchlings. I don't know. I really haven't even looked at the load yet, but man, hauling eggs on a reefer that are going to hatch? I'm not sure what's going on with that. Maybe I'm going to set the reefer at 90 or something. I don't know. Maybe a big fat incubator back here. Anyway, so that load is going up to Washington. Blaine, I believe. Blaine, Washington. So I've got my week cut out for me. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be over 3,000 miles, 3,200 miles. So that's good. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to do. I need to drive this truck. Miles is money in this deal. I'm chasing miles. If the truck ain't moving, I'm not earning. If the wheels aren't turning, I'm not earning. Thanks for sticking with me. Anyway, heads are swiveling. They never stop swiveling. You can put it down when you know you're in good shape. There was a video not too long ago. I was in Sissio, Utah. Didn't have to swivel as much. Back in Caldwell, swivels, okay? You should too. Nose up, eyes up, head on a swivel, watch your back. You're positive. I'm positive. You know. You just know who love you. We're running Leonard's Express. We're trucking. Take it easy. Peace.